Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to take you through what are the basics of C programming. Let's first understand what kind of a language is C. C is a high-level and structured programming language. It is high-level and structured. What do I mean when I say C is a high-level language? See, there are basically two types of languages related to computers. One is low-level language and another one is high-level language. Lowest level language is machine language or machine code, which is in terms of zeros and ones. A human being can't understand just by looking at zeros and ones what is the meaning of it. Or we can't write a program in zeros and ones, right? That's about machine language. Then above that we have something called assembly level language. This is slightly above machine language, which is human readable. Here I have a small piece of code which is an assembly level code. This is how an assembly level code looks like. This is not in zeros and ones. Here we see some instructions, move and int and JE main, some instructions like that. It is human readable and a programmer can write an assembly level code starting from scratch. But this is not that simple. Here the instructions what we write are very specific to the computer architecture or to the processor. That's why to write an assembly level code, the programmer needs to have a very thorough understanding of the architecture or of the processor. That's why it is not that simple to write a assembly level code. Then we come to the high level language like C. See, here I have an example of C program. This is what a simple C program looks like. To write a C program, all you need is some English alphabets and some symbols. You can write a C program. Also here, you don't need to know a great deal about computer architecture or the memory or about the registers, values and all those things. You don't need to worry about when you write a C program in C. All you need to focus is on your logic, on your problem solving. And also the program which you write in C can, if you execute on one machine, the same code can be executed on another machine also without making any changes to the code. That doesn't happen in low level languages like assembly level language. That's why C is high level language as compared to assembly level language. Then there are still higher level languages. Apart from C, there are higher level languages like Python, Java, C#. They can be told as higher level languages as compared to C. These higher level languages are very close to real life scenarios, or they can model the real life scenarios in a better way. But they come with an overhead. They are slower as compared to a C program. These higher level languages like Java, C#, they are slower when compared to a C program. So a C program executes much faster than those higher level languages. That's about various levels of language. Then I told you C is a structured language. What do I mean by that? See, whatever instructions we write in a C program, we write it within a function. Whatever we write it within a function. A C program can consist of multiple functions. So what do? We group all the logically related instructions into a function. So we are basically organizing the instructions. So a C program is organized, or we can say it is a structured programming language. Now let's move on to C. How do we create and run a C program? Here I have a simple C program. I'll cover the instructions one by one later on. For now, You remember this is a simple C program. To write the C program, we need a software. We need some place where we can go and type in our program or code. For that, we have text editor or an IDE. Using a text editor or an IDE, we can type in the code. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. So we will go to a IDE and a text editor. We'll type in our code. Then we will save our code. How do we save our code? There is a convention for that. For example, this program, if I take, I'll give a meaningful name to this. Say hello world. Then I'll save this file with an extension of .c. So it is hello world.c. This is how I save a C program. Every C program has to be saved with an extension of .c. So this hello world.c, which consists of this code, is nothing but a source code. It is a source code. So once we have the source code, what do we need to do? Computer can't understand this language. It can't understand C language. It understands only zeros and ones. So we need something which translates this C program to machine code or binaries. For that purpose, we have compiler. So what does this compiler do? It translates source code into binary code. This compiler is a program in itself. So this program will take your program, your C program, and it will translate into machine code. So once we have a machine code, we can run that code and that will perform the calculation or the logic, whatever you have written in your program. So to write and run a C program, you need first a text editor or an IDE. You will type in the code there, you will save it with the extension of .c, then you get a source code. Then using the compiler, you will compile that code or translate the code into machine code. So once we have the machine code, we will run that code and the calculation of the logic will be performed. That's the sequence of how a C program will be created and executed. This is what an IDE looks like. This is a Visual Studio Code by Microsoft. There are various IDEs like NetBeans, Eclipse, CodeBlocks. You can use any of them. Let me start by creating a new file. C program to print hello. Let me save this. I'll save it as type C because it's a C program. I'll give print hello as the name. Okay, so let me continue typing in here. You get some autocomplete options as well. Printf hello. So a program is created. I have typed in my program here. Now I need a compiler to run this, execute this. I have a compiler here installed, GCC compiler. This is a compiler for C programs. Now let me run the execute the program. So my program is executed now. If you see here, you can see print hello.exe means an executable file is created. The compiler compiled it and generated an executable file. Now I need to give the executable file name so that I can run the code. I'll give print hello. So hello is getting printed. This is how we type in, create a C program, then compile it and run it. Now let's get back to this simple C program and understand instruction by instruction. What do each of them mean? First, here I have written slash start C program to print hello world /. This is nothing but a comment. Why do we add comments to a program? Comments are added for better understandability of a program. For example, you were given a program which is written by someone else. To understand the program, you need to go through instruction by instruction and analyze by yourself what the program is actually doing. Instead, if that program had meaningful comments at appropriate places, then it could have been easier, or you could have quickly understood what the program is actually doing. Your efforts could have been reduced. That's why it is always a good practice to add meaningful comments at appropriate places in a program. Next, I have #include stdio.h. This is called as include directive. When I say #include, I am telling the compiler to include this file. Whatever I have written within this, I am telling the compiler to include this file. Here I have stdio.h. I am telling the compiler, please include stdio.h. This .h is a header file. Every header file is stored with an extension of .h. Here I am telling the compiler to include the header file with the name stdio.h. Why do I need this header file? I'll come to that in a moment. For now, you just understand I am telling the compiler to include the header file. Then I have int main. This main is called as a function. Whatever we write, instructions we write in a C program, we write it within a function. So this main is a very important function in C program. This is a starting point of execution for every C program. So whatever program you write, it has to have a main program in it. So this is the main function. Then I have here int. Int stands for integer. What is this int? Int is called as a return type of function main. This is a return type. There are various types of return types. For main function, this is integer. So I am telling int main. Then I have here a parenthesis. Then I have an open brace. Means I am opening the function. Then I am writing some instruction in the function. Here I have written printf hello world. Means I am telling print, please print hello world for me. Printf. What is this printf? Printf is a function. Where is this function present? That is present in the stdio.h. So there are some commonly used functions that are present in header files. We can include those header files and reuse those functions present in the header files. So I want to print something. That printf function is present in stdio.h. That's why I told the compiler to include stdio header file. And then I am telling I need to print hello world. Then I am closing the brace. Means this is the end of function. For every opening brace, there has to be a closing or matching brace. This is about this C These are the basics of C program. In the upcoming videos, I'll take you through various elements of C programming. Thank you.